Mark Hamill is doing Mark Hamill things, creating division and insulting people when all they want to see is him talk about Star Wars, maybe Batman, the animated series, or some other television show or animated project he has starred in. But he can't do that. He has to make everything political. And that is exactly what he did during a panel appearance at the Chicago Fan Expo this past weekend. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com, and Mark Hamill told attendees at Chicago Fan Expo that if you want to make America great again, you should, quote, go force yourself. Let's take a listen to this right here.
May the force be with you. Unless you're MAGA, then you can go force yourself.
So there you go. Unless you're MAGA, go force yourself. But it gets even worse. Just wait until after all of the seal clapping ends here.
I like that phrase because it sounds dirty, but it's not. And hey, I don't work blue.
It is dirty. He's just replacing you with force. That's literally all he is doing. It's disgusting and it's crude.
And I promise I wouldn't bring up politics. I won't tell you how to vote, but I do hope you're all voting.
Did you hear that? I won't tell you how to vote, but I do hope you're all voting. Immediately after he just said, if you're MAGA, go force yourself. No, you are literally telling people how to vote, Mark Hamill. That is exactly what you are doing during the Chicago Fan Expo, where people are there to see you talk about Star Wars, see you talk about Luke Skywalker, see you talk about Batman the Animated Series, see you talk about the Joker. Those are primarily what people are there to see you do, not tell them how to vote, which is exactly what you did. But this is not unheard of for Mark Hamill. Go back to 2019. He made headlines when he decided to attack Ivanka Trump and her family after she posted this to X. She says, "The force is strong in my family," and then shared a photo of her husband, and her 3 children, with one of them dressed up as a First Order stormtrooper. What did Mark Hamill say to that? How did he respond? "You misspelled fraud. Hashtag go force yourself." I mean, this guy is absolutely deranged. He is unhinged. He is despicable. He literally hates you if you happen to have different political opinions than him. That is who Mark Hamill is. He is a hateful, spiteful human being. He's pitiable. He's a very pitiable human being. But he didn't just stop at Chicago Fan Expo. He appeared at the Democrat National Convention earlier today, and he posted this to X, reiterating his message from Chicago Fan Expo. And he says, "My message to MAGA, go force yourself." He then also shared a video alongside chairman of the Democratic National Committee, Jamie Harrison. I'm not sure how to say that guy's name, but this is what Hamill said in the video. If you want to watch it, I'll have the link to this article in the description below so you can watch it there. But this is what he said: "In the movies, I fought against make-believe evil, but we're at a time in our history where we're fighting against real evil. So I beg you, please don't go to the orange side." This guy doesn't know what right and wrong is anymore. The Democrat National Convention literally has a bus allowing women to murder their children in broad daylight. You want to talk about evil? That is the party that Mark Hamill is supporting. The party that is literally advocating death, that is promoting death, that wants you to literally kill your own children. When I say this guy hates you, I'm not being bombastic. He literally does. This is who he is supporting. He is supporting the party of death. It's sick. It's evil. It is evil. There is true evil out here, and Mark Hamill is the one who's actually supporting it. But like I said, these comments are not out of the ordinary. We saw this in the middle of July, even just this year. Don't have to go back to 2019. But you look at this in July, immediately after the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. What is this guy doing? First appearance of ludicrously oversized ear bandage, apparently not needed prior to tonight. He's making light of an assassination attempt on President Donald Trump. Not only is he making light of it, he's mocking him for having a bandage over his ear. In fact, he's lying. Because not only was Hamill making light of an assassination attempt, an attempt that took the life of Corey Comparatore and wounded 2 others alongside President Donald Trump, his assertion that this was the first time he was wearing the bandage is not true. The New York Post's Michael Goodwin reported on July 14th that Trump, quote, was sporting a large, loose white bandage that covered his right ear. Goodwin added this. His staff insisted that no photos be taken. Furthermore, the size of the bandage appears necessary. Goodwin reported this. What would have been a kill shot tore off a small piece of his ear and splattered blood on his forehead and cheek. So Mark Hamill making light of an assassination attempt, mocking it, and then lying. And this is the guy who's this is the guy who says that he's fighting against real evil. No, he is the one who is on the side of evil. He accepted the deal from the emperor. He didn't reject it. He didn't throw down his lightsaber. He struck down his own father. That's what happened in the real world. Obviously, he didn't kill his own father. I'm obviously making an analogy there with Star Wars. And then a day later, Hamill mocked Trump's appearance at the Republican National Convention when Trump was clearly praying, meditating. Hamill decided to take a shot. He says, for once, I'm with him. Hashtag GOP snooze fest. Shared a side-by-side of Trump meditating and praying, and then Hamill faking like he is sleeping with his hands on his cheek. I don't know anyone who sleeps like that. Gina Carano, who is currently suing Hamill's employer for wrongful termination, Lucasfilm and the Walt Disney Company, put Hamill on blast, appropriately so. She wrote, it's called praying, Mark. Trump was closing his eyes in prayer. The man was just shot a few days ago, almost losing his life, and another man took that bullet and died protecting his family. What happened to all that talk about not spreading misinformation and disinformation? Just doesn't count when you do it, huh? Rules for thee, not for me. How's that white Democrat male privilege treating you? Been fired from any jobs recently? It really makes you wonder what the deep state has on you for you to have your head so permanently jammed up there. But as to where all you've become is their walking, talking piece of dung. Have you enjoyed all your political free speech and Hitler analogies without any repercussions the past 8 years? Don't worry, we have them all saved. Strange you weren't canceled or called out for any of it. I wonder if that time is fast approaching for you. Have a good nap. So Gina Carano absolutely eviscerating him. Shout out to her. 100% agree with everything she wrote here. Mark Hamill is a disingenuous hack. He is a liar. And at the end of the day, he is the one who is promoting and supporting evil. And he really just doesn't care. He doesn't care. And I think it's very clear when he makes just lunatic comments like, MAGA, go force yourself at Chicago Fan Expo or Fan Expo Chicago. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of Mark Hamill telling people who support MAGA to go force themselves? What do you make of him telling people to not join the orange side? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.